I escaped with my baby while her father was at work. I left my daughter's father while he was at work. Do you know how afraid I was? I packed a baby bag the night before and threw it behind the couch. Meanwhile, that morning, I made him breakfast and acted like everything was fine. I knew the only way to safety was my parents because he wouldn't go there. I was in a different city, 90 miles away without money, solely dependent on him. I scheduled her a doctor's appointment in my hometown and insurance paid for the one-way ride. All I had was $20 in my pocket and I never looked back. Rip Serena Fairfax, I can understand your fear. I'm glad people are sharing their stories. Keep sharing down here. Maybe we can give others hope. To the people who haven't gotten away, I'm praying for you and I love you. I know it's hard. I know you're in an uncertain time. You don't know which way to go. I love you. Getting insurance to give you a ride to an appointment when you have no money to leave is genius. We need to recommend this more. I was so desperate, and it just came to me. This is your way out. One evening in 1989, I decided to get my hair cut. I came home and walked into a brutal beating in front of my 2 toddlers. He was mad that he had to watch them instead of leaving immediately after I got home. I was told to pack only what I paid for in trash bags. So I did, while bleeding. Packed everything into my $900 car and left. No support. Stayed in a shelter until I could afford to rent a room. My sons are better men than their father, and I'm blessed to survive and help young women escape. I'm so sorry. My ex did sadistic stuff to me. He shaved my head. He sexually me after having an ectopic pregnancy. I could barely stand up. He didn't care. I never learned how to drive, and I stopped trying to learn when I was with him because I felt so stupid I'd get anxiety behind the wheel. I'm now saving up to go driver's school. I'll learn. I'm older now, and I can beat that fear. There was a woman in my baby friend group, and all she talked about was her horrible husband. They were well off, like trips to Europe well off, and I thought she should just leave him. 2 years ago, she did file for divorce, and he shot and their daughter and himself. I will never again question why they don't leave. If you leave, you may die. If you stay, you may die. Yes, thank God. He tried to lure me back. I'm happy to report my daughter is now 20 years old and never experienced the fear I had to while living with him. She was 3 months old when I left and has seen him only a handful of times. He's currently married and has been to prison for choking his wife, as recent as 2020. They don't change. Medicaid pays for Uber rides to doctor apps. This is definitely a way to get yourself out, especially if you let your primary know. They can refer you to a doctor in another city, or you can change physicians to one in a different city. Where I'm from, we had Sooner Ride, and that's what I took back then. It was my way out when I didn't have a way to leave. And I needed to schedule my baby girl a new appointment with her new doctor anyway. So it worked. My brother picked us up and I cried so hard because I made it to safety. I agree with you, that could potentially save a life. I was afraid for 18 years because I thought eventually he'd get access to my daughter, but his cases of prevented that he would need supervised visitation. For 18 years, I prayed he wouldn't hurt her. And he didn't. She's 20 now and doing great. Nobody believed me until his current wife, and pulled a gun on her. Barely escaped after being held hostage at gunpoint by my military husband who received absolutely no discipline. Retired with honors, still won't divorce me. Currently committing adultery, still employed by the DOD with a top secret clearance. Oh my God, I think it was easier for me, honestly, because I wasn't married. I refused to marry him. My primary care doctor saw bruises on me and told me that he would. Me. I said I know, but I have no money and nowhere to go. She sat me down and told me that she was also in an marriage and almost. But a doctor helped her escape when she was discharged from the hospital. So she paid it forward and offered to buy me a one-way plane ticket for anywhere in the Continentalus if I promised to stay away for at least 6 months. I did. That was 26 years ago, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Women save women. Lived in a loft in Soho for almost 5 years with my boyfriend, and the last 6 months, I kept moving my stuff back home to lie little by little. The day arrived where he threw a drink in my face and pushed me out the door into the hallway in my underwear when I found a set of works in a pew. I left that night. Was the eve of Thanksgiving 1978. The next day, I got a call that he'd unalived himself. I kept the loft. I'm glad it ended so well. This thread, tears are coming to my eyes. I am not ready to tell my story. Almost 20 years, but not yet. I am just grateful that my son and I are alive. My mom left my dad when he was on a work trip. She rented a 1-bedroom apartment with 4 kids, right downstairs from her dad's place. She knew my dad wouldn't dare come looking for her there. The day she left was one of the best days of my life. I left while he was at work, too. As soon as he left, I loaded the car with my toddlers, dogs, and everything I could fit, and drove 60 miles to my family's house. In the months before that, I had been planning and opened a bank account in my name. And as soon as I pulled out of the driveway, I transferred half of the bank balance in our joint account to my solo account. Never looked back. It's been 4 years, and I still triple-check the locks on the doors and windows before I go to bed. Did the same thing in 1996. Alcoholic ex always slept late. 7 a.m., grabbed my 8-month-old, an overnight bag, jumped in the car. Straight to the courthouse for a restraining order, then to my parents. I feel lucky to have such amazing family and friends who helped. Lost everything: house, money, job. My 30-yo son turned out fantastic and is the polar opposite of his now. Father? Proud of you. I dated a guy from my church who was married to a childhood friend of mine. He was telling me how she lovingly cooked him breakfast and ironed his work shirt before leaving him while he was at work. I asked him point blank if he her. He said I was drunk and pushed her into a wall one time. I stopped dating him. He went on to marry another girl and her on Valentine's Day. Rip to her and Dr. Serena Fairfax. Note, you will be blocked if you come on here trying to play grammar teacher. I said who was married. Past tense. Literally said in the story that he was telling me how his first wife left him. Before we started dating, I already knew him since a kid and went to school with his wife in elementary and high school. His mom is my sister's godmother. So if correcting my grammar is all you got from the story of him, his wife, then you have other unresolved issues and will be blocked. This is me reuniting with the police officer who saved my life 36 years ago. I thought I was healed, but he was the final piece. He was just rookie, but I always remembered him gently placing me in the ambulance and telling me to never go back. I am holding you all in my heart. I will never question your experiences and your journeys. I have moved from survivor to thriving, from my heart to yours. If there is any woman in Chicago that has to leave and need money to get away, please DM me. We have to start helping and finding solutions, even if it's buying a bus or plane ticket. This is so sad, but eye-opening at the same time. My heart goes out to each and every one of you that got away or making steps to leave. Stay prayed up. I hid a bag in the woods so I could grab it a run. He stole my wallet with all my id so I couldn't rent a hotel room or a car. I found woman to help me. I got ID and rented a hall. Pack everything I could fit while he was gone. I'm sure I would be. Now had I stayed, you need to have a plan and do it. I decided to leave my ex-fiancé when I was 23. I was 8 hours from home, so my college friend's parents came and got me along with a police escort. Haven't seen that man in 14 years. So glad I escaped. Right in his face, too. He was crying and begging so much the officer got pissed, laughing out loud. My mother stealing my bio dad's mother's money she made from selling Avon, leaving while everyone was gone. We went to Mexico City and hid with different extended family members. He had no clue where to find us because he thought we would hide with my mom's sisters. Eventually, my abuelita had us moved to the USA. If it wasn't for her quick thinking, we would still be in home. I owe my life to her. I'm so glad you made it out safely because unfortunately, my cousin didn't. She's been going 30 years, and I still miss her every day. The insurance-sponsored getaway was a masterpiece. You're a genius. What would you do if you were in a situation like this? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like and subscribe to Thread Stories for more.